that was written in 2014 was to be presented to the public this year. And I think the family felt that that book was already 10 years old, that the bulk of the activities of the late president would not have been captured in it. Hence, this book. But unlike other books that are many that may be written by Buhari, this is a book that involved speaking to people that were there when he was born and people that were there when he died. It's the most comprehensive compilation of the life, history, and legacy of Muhammadu Buhari by those that know him best. The book is 600 pages long. It answers several simple yet complex questions. The focus of the book is about the man, Muhammadu Buhari. Deliberately, we did not focus on his policies because that's the subject for his memoir. And those who served him, I'm sure, will write books more on his policies. Our interest was to convey the man, Muhammadu Buhari. What are his principles? A lot of what he did when he was president will become clearer if you read the earlier chapters that explain how his father died at the age of 2 or 3 years old. And he grew up with certain kinsmen as the prototype. He relied on them for many years. And how his way of thinking shaped his presidency. In my opinion, one of Buhari's greatest legacies is his children. As you will see in the book, they are forthright, objective, balanced, and imbued with strong emotional intelligence. You would have thought they would want to paint their father in saintly colors. That's not what I got. They were strong on his strength, and they did not shy away from his weaknesses. For me, there are lessons in this book for current and future leaders. Some of the key lessons. Number one, integrity is necessary in public office, but on its own, it is not sufficient. Personal honesty must be translated into systems, procurement rules, transparent accounts, audit trails. You must build guardrails against access capture. Succession is a duty, not a favor. Strategic communication is very key for any leader in politics. Now, what do you expect in the book? I'm just going to list a few things and leave you to find out in the book. What was wrong with Buhari when he was sick in the 2017-2018 years? The answer is in the book. What were the internal intrigues behind the sack of Lawal Daura as DSS boss? The answer is in the book. What role, or what was the role of the cabal in shaping the Buhari presidency? Why did they fight his family to a standstill? The answer is in the book. What was the plan of the cabal for the APC presidential primaries before it was thwarted just a few hours before the event? By the way, Mr. President, the cabal wanted somebody else to win that primary. The details are in the book. How was the CBN captured by the cabal? The answer is in the book. Was Buhari's signature forged? Was there a signature stamp Did somebody else sign his signature? The answer is in the book. Why did Buhari resort, and this is one of those strange revelations you'll find in the book. Why did Buhari resort to conversing with his family with pen and paper in his office? Because he said his office was bugged. Who bugged the office of the president? The answer is in the book. Was Buhari office and bedroom bugged? The answer is in the book. Why was it that several people gave account of Buhari about to give a speech and found out that the speech he approved was not the speech he was given? It's been swapped several times. The answer is in the book. What were Buhari's instructions during the EndSARS? The answer is in the book. And finally, what killed President Buhari in July 2025? The answer is in the book. Personally, as I close, my experience working with President Buhari goes back to when I was invited to serve on the Presidential Working Group on Police Reform in Nigeria and also Police Wages Review Committee. President Buhari fully accepted all our recommendations. But writing this book has helped me to realize why those responsible did not implement those recommendations. Now it is clear to me that the gap between a president's good intention and visible outcome is filled with cabals who can destroy or make a presidency. Nigeria's journey will never depend on a single leader. However, leaders do influence the overall climate. If this book has one main appeal, it is for leaders to combine Buhari's personal integrity with a systemic mindset, safeguards for access, discipline with deadlines, reforms integrated with communication, and a deliberate succession planning. Ultimately, the last lesson from Buhari's record is this: a leader's integrity is a vital seed, but only strong systems can make things happen. Lastly, one of the things that I enjoyed in writing this book is this. I interviewed many people, some in their 90s, some young. Not once did the former First Lady or the Buhari family ask me, what did anybody say? They left the complete editorial judgment to me. Not one thing was taken out at their request. In fact, they've not seen many things I wrote. So that shows you their willingness to convey and reveal Buhari in all its formations. The next thing we will now do now is to present this book, or unveil this book. At this point, I will graciously like to invite Mr. President and the Buhari family and the First Lady for the unveiling